Sorry about that, it appears there were some technical difficulties. This is Cupcake Trap. I'm here with Heavy Weapons Guy and Orderly Anarchist. They will be our guest casters for the fourth match of the first Nyroth tournament, this one being between Ionia and the Freljord. Take it away, guys, and have fun.
Well, I'm not supposed to say anything, but I think the interference that delayed the start of the stream was caused by Ionia blowing up another library. So...
like I said, it's all a lie. As I mentioned while the stream was off, they completely aced their previous library quest. They are at least 1 for 1, and that first library they blew up, maybe it contained dark secrets too terrible for the world, and Karma just had to detonate it to save everyone.
So. Or Rainbow Ponies.
Or she found the relic section and didn't like it, so she blew it up.
or
that. Or she just tripped over
can't
something.
read, and she got upset because the books didn't have any pictures in them, so she burned the place down.
Yeah, the last place had spirits, so that kept her happy. Simple. But yeah, speaking of champions right now, we at Lightfix are going with his traditional Yi. He's really known for the C play. Like, Freljord doing their own hyper carry late game with Tryndamere. But depending on how Asuna does top lane, that might not be relevant quick enough, because with this new jungle, Devourer, you automatically start with basically 40 stacks. And Yi can get that quite easily with his ability to farm. And he's not switching to teleport, so he's running heal with Master Yi in the jungle.
I still want to see Ionia take Shen, but they won't.
They run Shen if they're trying to run a protect a carry comp, but I don't think they're trying to run that this game. That's more of a pick comp still, but with some late game scaling with Master Yi. Because Akali, Varus, Ahri, and Sona, they have an excellent pick tool. Sona just ulti someone, followed it up by a Varus ultimate or Ahri charm, that person's dead. Unless it's Tryndamere, in which case he'll be out of the fight instantly. Unless he wants to die, like, 2 seconds after the CC ends. So they can very easily make a very easy 4v5 fight. But they have to be careful that they don't get initiated on themselves, because Freljord has really strong initiation with Ashe and Braum, not to mention Sejuani in the jungle. So both teams have to be very careful.
Yeah. I do like that they brought Sejuani this time. The last game I saw the Freljord play, they brought Nunu, and it did not work out for them against Bilgewater. You may have seen that game. I think you were. I think you were nearby there. Yeah, that was really good reconnaissance, by the way. Like, that was, I didn't think about that, but like having that kind of vision, even just temporary, to know if somebody's AFK can really let you make those early game decisions.
Yep.
But I do like that Freljord's bringing more hard CC this time, because against this, I annually said this, against Akali, Ahri, and Yi, you definitely want the hard CC, especially when the AD carry is also immobile.
This is part of the region Bilgewater has always been known to generally beat Ionia, because they have naturally a lot of CC champions with Nautilus and Nami that they almost always bring. And that's really great against Ionia, who constantly wants to dash around you or get into your backline and just murder them. If they're locked down, they can get murdered rather easily. So this comp should work rather well if they can pull it off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Yi dies to a Nautilus auto attack, so...
No, Yi dies to Nautilus auto attack followed up by a bubble. You can't just leave one thing on him. You have to CC him until he dies, or else he can just two-shot your carries.
You get what I was going for, okay? You hit him in the face with an anchor, and he gets shot in the face with a shotgun, and he dies.
All I pray is that Lightfixer didn't automatically just become Cowsep overnight. If that's happened, then everyone be spared. And in case you don't know who the summoner Cowsep is, he is a summoner over in the Korean region who is known for his master tier Yi play.
A true Master Yi, would you say?
Yep, a true master of the Master Yi.
Alright, and the delay period is over, moving into the loading screen. The exciting loading screen, guys. It's pretty cool, but actually I was mentioning that because we can get Twitch chat here. Yay! And I'll remember to turn off the overlay this time.
Twitch chat, always known for its genius.
Yes. Well, Twitch chat is a legendary source. and they're talking
you
about.
guys-
Oh yes, voting. Ionians should go vote more often. Like seriously, they're really anemic. They have like low voter turnout. It's a democratic legitimacy problem.
Yeah, I feel like they'd probably have the most people because their team is most, as I say, solo queue like when you're just having to carry on your own. With Ari, Akali, Irelia, like that's Yi. That seems like it'd be popular for more people that aren't really used to teamwork. I think that's their main issue. They're playing their team more of a solo queue way instead of having as a team. Because they have a very strong potential of just running a heavy shield comp with just Shen and crap, I forgot her name. Person that blows up books. Karma. There we go.
Person who blows up. Slayer of books. Like I said, people should be very careful about repeating that joke. Karma is a masterful diplomat who has an army of ninja assassins at her disposal.
Well, we've seen how well that's been going against us in Bilgewater.
And hey, they just finished, by the way, Ionia just finished their first, I believe they finished King Ko, right? Yeah, they did.
Yep.
And so they now have an espionage bonus, and their ninjas are extra efficacious.
But our pirates, even though our pirate vomit is spread out over the place, and the ninjas don't expect it. They don't expect our cheap pirate tactics with rum everywhere and everything being just slippery. They're not used to just having to run basically in vomit.
Oh, you know, that's speaking of pirates. Oh, actually, never mind. Here we go. We're loading. This is such a weird visual glitch where you can see their shadows. But then they get summoned.
Over 24 minutes into the game.
Okay.
Oh wow, I like this. Pretty much both teams are already basically lined up in their respective lanes. Tryndamere and whatnot. Tryndamere, Kali, and all that.
Oh wow,
easy.
that's kind of eerie. Look at them being summoned. I'm not going to stop saying that
Beautiful.
for a long time.
Yeah, I just like to draw attention to in the loading screen. You have like Ionia, you have 3 beautiful women, and then you have Varus with no shirt, and then Yi just looking away. Like, what does it say about Yi?
He's unimpressed. Their showy attractiveness is simply irrelevant to him. He follows a lonely path.
Freljord's picking out for invade. Ionia has to be very careful they don't run into a Braum and then a Nivea Q. If that double combo lands, like Sona will go down very quickly.
Well, you know, it's also interesting that they have Sona and Varus.
Oh, the stun lands! Followed up by Braum Q. She's gonna have to flash. It's too late. First blood goes over to. Wow.
I'm sorry, I feel
landing.
that I jinxed that by saying they have Sona and then slow down. But yeah, they recently recruited Sona via League petition, and now they have this Sona Varus Ultra Poke bot lane.
Here's my problem with Sona, is that she's ultra squishy, and this will not work out for Freljord's bottom lane if they play it right, because they have heavy initiation with Ashe and Braum. If one of their ultimates lands on Sona, the other one will easily follow up as well, and that will be a dead Sona.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Unbreakable can block Crescendo.
Yes, it can. Braum will still be forced to dance, but it will be blocked.
Yeah, but Ashe won't be. Ashe will hear the music, but Braum will just be like, cover your ears.
What are these sneaky Freljordians doing?
Placing
Doing
words and
something they
teleporting.
can't do in actuality. I like how they're so sneaky in here, yet when it comes to their true espionage, they can't do anything.
I think that Nagarox established that Freljord's spy master is named Beardenheim. And his strategy is, alright, my secret spy plan. I'll yell really loudly and run at them, and they will tell me their secrets. And I think that's pretty much what their 30 espionage represents.
Tryndamere and Akali are beating on each other and ignoring the minions entirely.
Tryndamere, rather mistakenly, not trying to... You started turning off Akali way too soon. You needed to have full fury before you even tried messing with Akali. And then he also went into her minion wave, so now he's massively lost out in this trade. And since he was down in the red buff, he's already used his teleport, so he can't teleport back into the lane right now.
And he's not getting any attacks off to try and get any sustain off his Q either, so, that... He's
trying to
if he
fight
doesn't-
Akali, but she has Ignite. He's gonna go down here. Yeah,
Assassinated right there.
mistakes were made.
Ignites were ignited.
Flashes were not burned from the Freljord because Tryndamere doesn't have flash. He has
His
Ghost.
ghost was burned, but he still doesn't have TP to get back in the lane.
We're doing the damage control passive voice. Very diplomatic, very Ionian. Invasions were launched.
It's a shame Akali doesn't have a heavy wave spear, because she had managed to get that into the turret. Tryndamere would be so far behind that he just wouldn't be able to stay in lane rather shortly, because Akali would hit 6 before him, just constantly all in him.
He was already 15 CS down, so I still think constitutes pretty severely far behind. But yeah, I definitely.
If he knows
The
what he's doing, he
XP.
should, and I say should, be able to get almost all that CS under tower. But as he just proves, he doesn't really know how to CS under tower. So he's not rather used to being put in a disadvantaged position. He's going back in on the Akali, but he heals too soon and loses that one all of his crit.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
What is it with Ionians and really weird running animations? Oh.
Mimoplasm going hard mid lane and almost taking out Sophie Chan. If he had Ignite there, Sophie Chan would have gone down, but taking the defense to summon himself, teleport to get back to the lane easily.
Well, it definitely makes sense for an Ice Bird to have Ignite. Like, if we're being flavorful, and Pax is pretty flavorful,
No.
should never be able to
We've
take
established though that Freljord mages occasionally just carry around torches so they can surprise people. Like when Lissandra ignites people, it's because she's just like throws a Zippo lighter on them or something. They never see
Clearly
it
not in
coming.
this game.
They'll never suspect the element of surprise.
They'll never suspect the element of surprise.
In this game, they seem more focused on teleportation crystals.
Yeah. Well, it's also worth bearing in mind, right, that Anivia did not ignite them, right? That was Summoner Mimeoplasm igniting them.
Well, he didn't ignite them either because he had teleport, but
Oh, sorry, not Mimeoplasm. Whoever
Here's
it
a
was.
major problem top lane right now. Akali's
Why else?
already 6, and Tryndamere's level 3. This could go very terribly rather quickly, and Akali can just take control of this game so quickly. He has to start playing so defensive.
Akali has the needlessly large rod less than 6 minutes into the game.
This could basically be your repeat of last game if one person gets so far ahead no one else can stop them.
She does definitely have a lot of gold.
The last time I played an AP champion, I didn't have an needlessly large rod until like 26 minutes into the game because I suck.
Does she have Ignite again? Oh, she doesn't have her Ignite yet, but she doesn't need it!
She has swords, or what the fuck?
What are those? I think they're like Kama, basically. They're like sickles.
Yeah, like Kami?
Kama.
Kama?
She might also have some Kami, but those are Kama.
Mimoplasm flashing for no reason in the mid lane when she had her passive up. Rather unnecessary.
Maybe she thought that Yi was coming from the side. I don't know.
Even then, she would still be stuck in egg form, and... Oh wait, I just remembered something. You can teleport while in egg form, if I remember correctly.
Really? Oh yeah, you
Yes.
can! You totally can! I forgot about that.
And Tryndamer dying top again after just teleporting back.
I'm sorry. I feel no offense for Matsukune. No offense toward Matsukune rather, but that he just keeps I keep going, oh, but now he's gonna ult, and then I remember he's not level 6.
I think this is their main issue. That Matsukunes are unranked against the Ionians Platinum.
Oh, and you know why that's extra dangerous? So, so far in this tournament, every match has gone the way the balance of power would predict, except I think this one, the way this one's shaping out. And that might be in part because, remember, Ionia has this hyper carry capacity. That's one of its distinguishing traits. And with Akali and Yi on the team, if they can like put their plat up against an unranked, and the unranked kind of, forgets that they're playing way above their skill level and they need to be cautious, they can just scale into infinity.
I think we see.
Master Lightstrikes are getting caught out in the mid lane, losing the. I don't. What? Whitaker deciding to flash away after stealing the red buff that Master Yi was trying to steal, instead of choosing to fight it out.
So securing the red buff.
Yeah, but they were in our own jungle. Rather interesting game.
I think Sejuani definitely overestimated Master Yi's offensive power, considering all he
Asuna
had.
diving top lane again.
Oh. Now, meanwhile, actually, let's do a quick rank check. I want to see who's who. I mean, I know it's even, but I want to know who's who.
Rank.
So we're 8 minutes in, and Kawaii Asuna already has a 2,000 gold lead on our lane opponent.
Who is the Freljord high tier? Is it Clifton?
Kawaii.
I believe it's gonna be the Lima Plasma
great.
I believe it's gonna be their mid laner probably. For Freljord.
Let's see.
Mimo.
I've got
Clifton
it
is
here.
gold since we did the rank
Mid lane's
change.
generally the most important role, unless you specialize in a different role.
Mimeoplasm is plat, you're right. Ash and Braum are both gold. Sej and Matsukune are bronze and unranked respectively. Meanwhile, yeah, Akali is plat. Varus and Yi are gold. And Ari and Sona are both bronze.
Which...
Nivea taking down the mid lane. But this is so dangerous right now. If they don't stop Akali from snowballing right now, this game's gonna be over.
Yeah.
So actually...
She's going for a death cap.
She's got a death cap.
9 minute death cap?
I personally hate death cap first item simply because the passive isn't that great unless you have another AP item to go with it. So
No, the one I completely
would be
agree.
even better.
If you crunch the numbers, it's actually not that efficient at lower amounts, given the combine premium. But the one caveat to that is that Death Cap is an item that's pure AP. It's a way to spend gold on nothing but AP. So if you truly just want AP, it's not a bad thing to rush.
Here's the thing though, I don't think it really matters for Akali. She can go AD quite well as well, simply because for her passive. A huge gank coming out in the bot lane. Ash Arrow landing onto, and wow, just
It says Wani bringing up the rear.
But however, counter get coming in from Ionia.
And here comes Akali.
Oh,
Whitaker completely whipping his ultimate. Teleport coming in, but how this is gonna be everyone going down here. Asuna just killing everything. 5 for 2. I don't see Freljord coming out of this right now.
Good job, Minion.
That was an 11-minute ace.
It's also an 8-0 on Kali at 11 minutes. A repeat of my game that I just had.
Well, it may be that Ionia Freljord might start developing a sort of animosity. Now, they're interesting. It's interesting because they're both friends of Demacia. But Demacia is not exactly the most popular faction in the league right now, after Shurima, and so maybe that loss of their common friend is pushing some distance between them.
I will say that their actions were definitely justified with that information they had. It's just they should have got official sanctions to do it.
I mean, there's debate, right? Some say they should have, tried a more peaceful option, but they say there wasn't time, and there probably wasn't time. It's a very complex situation.
All I can say is that they were right in the end with their actions.
Yes.
They were completely correct.
Yes. No, I mean, I think I kind of agree. But the issue there is, and that's part of why they were slapped, they were, punished and frowned upon rather than, I mean, if that had happened without the justification of there's an apocalypse going on, I mean, that's bad news. That would have been quite possibly the collapse of the league or Demacia's ejection from the league. So, they took one for the team. They took one for Valorant. But no good deed goes unpunished.
Didn't take one from my team.
Yeah, orderly, we all know about you.
Wait, who are you, orderly? Were you
Officially, the council assures us that he was nowhere near Shurima when that happened. But some witnesses say they saw him in the mines. And he wrote a very strange letter to the Summoner's Herald.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious at all. And meanwhile, top lane, Akali gets ganked, gets double kill. Reminds me of something that happened in the previous game.
Freljord's one hope in this game is that Ashe gets strong enough, and Ashe gets strong enough to bring enough
I'm
damage
gonna
in
say one
place to
thing.
carry through all the
That doesn't
squishies.
matter.
I know.
Akali
it's
is
a 10
too fat at
Akali.
this point. She will just... She sure, Braum can block her Q, but here's the thing. Akali's just gonna R on top of that, then Q her. And then she's just gonna die.
And you know, I've got to
Akali's
bring up
game to
again
lose.
the metagame about how to assign your summoners. I think Ionia did that well. I feel bad for Matsukune, but Ionia definitely played that right. They said, let's put our plats somewhere where they can really demoralize and snowball off of the other team.
Now hold on, Pig. Ari is also there on rank, and they sent it against the Freljordian plat, the Mimeoplasm. But
Yeah.
Ari's done very well in that matchup for herself. She's 0-0-4 as a bronze against a plat.
No,
which
that's
is-
true. Props to Sophie. And
Here's the
Ari.
thing,
Ari
Anivia
helps.
doesn't have as much easy kill pressure in the early game as Akali had. Since Trinamir has to go into
Yep.
melee range versus Akali, it's rather risky for him. Whereas in the mid lane, they are both ranged.
Yep.
Not to mention, at level 6, Ari becomes even more safer for ultimate. There are several times she got out narrowly for her ultimate.
There might be a theory going, you know, that where possible, you want to put your high tier summoner on a champion where they can really bully their enemy in lane. Whereas Anivia is extremely powerful, you know, in the mid and kind of somewhat in the late game. She's
That's
not really a
good.
lane bully.
Finding a Trinamir and instantly murdering him as well as Anivia.
Ashe is smart. Doesn't go anywhere near that.
Fires her ultimate and then runs away.
Just leaves her hubby. She's like, later, Tryndamere.
Well, when you see pieces of them like strewn out over the
Yeah.
course of like 10 meters,
Yeah. Well, you know, this is a bit of an upset, right? So, like I said, this might be the first match where the balance of power does not predict the winner. If Ionia takes this, you know, it's been Bilgewater 1, Freljord 2, Ionia 3, Shadow Isles 4, with remarkable consistency this arc. I think this is the first, I mean, in Hextech, Zaun's dominance was very much locked in, but here, like, the four factions have been really stable. You know what I mean? Like,
although
they really holding
Shadow
their own
Isles,
down.
although if I remember, Shadow Isles beat Ionia in most of the featured matches, so like there's a bit of
Yes,
variation.
in featured matches, Ionia has tended to do very poorly. Why it's all the more remarkable that here in a, well, not a feature, a tournament match, Ionia is outperforming its usual capabilities, shall we say. Its
There are
usual
still
level of
several more
coordination.
factions they have to face.
Oh, there's a crescendo blocked.
You know, I think what we're seeing here, after the resurrection of the King Ko, Akali is just an unstoppable monster.
Well, she's gonna have to probably face the Lunari in the next game.
Indeed. Two resurrected orders fighting each other.
He died. I didn't even see how, but he died.
I would do a replay, but I think something might be happening here. No, maybe not.
But who am I
gonna
kidding?
assume
She's
that-
gonna be facing the Pirate King top lane if this fact keeps repeating of sending Asuna top with the Akali. Because didn't I believe they faced Shadow Isles before? I believe.
Ionia?
Yes.
Yes, and they it looks like they were losing, but they turned it around.
They really did in the very end. Oh,
Run,
and nice
Ari,
heal
run!
from Varus. A great heal coming out from Varus to
Look
save
at that
Ari's
sneaky
life.
little fox. That sneaky fox.
I say it's more of the sneaky Varus throwing out that summoner spell to save her life.
Well, that joke. He was sneaky.
I was trying to. I know it obviously does just as much, if not more, but I feel like I always feel like the laser is doing less damage than the old towers. It just seems so pathetic.
They stack up really. They really hurt over time.
Well, move shut down. Or not.
Suna might. Oh, no one has a flash to chase after her.
No.
They let her get out of there for free.
But,
She was stuck in the
meanwhile,
shroud.
that tower.
Trindamir's flip push secures the outer turret.
He's venting some of his rage.
Another dragon going over to Ionia.
Is it 3 or 2? 2.
2 right now so far.
Yeah, that's 2. Can't be 3.
Sona might be getting caught out here if she gets collapse spawn. Oh! Ash ultimate barely missing the Sona.
I was so confused. I thought Sejuani threw a pink bola while she was charging. And then it just disappeared.
Mimoplasm going for a wall. Freljord wants Ionia wants to fight this, and Mimoplasm goes down almost instantly, but he's still alive. He's about to get stunned out right now, so far Freljord's doing remarkably well for not getting murdered. Luckily for them, Master Yi's ultimate had run out, so he could not get the reset on his ultimate for extended time.
Well, Tryndamere got nailed.
Asuna just Tryndamere instantly ultimating, but it doesn't matter. So, the first game was rather long. These last 2 games incredibly short. It seems like Freljord is going to be surrendering. Oh wait, no, that's Ionia saying good game.
You know,
We don't know if they will actually surrender.
I was gonna say the pickup of Sona might have actually made a difference. I can see an argument that she's better than Soraka in many cases for
Soraka's a much better heal dot.
Sure.
Simply because she can just keep anyone alive forever. You have to kill Soraka, or else you will not be killing the enemy team.
And she does synergize well with Master Yi.
I'm trying to take on the 80 carry one-on-one, but overall, rather almost even trade between them. However, they do have a Sona to heal him up.
Yeah, in my opinion, as a support player, Sona for me, at least, she's one of the strongest supports around the play, at least in a solo queue perspective.
I couldn't think that, because if they pick something of any sort of engage and it lands on Sona, she will die. Flat out.
You underestimate the ability to dodge spells or E gives. Sona can kite for an entire team by herself.
Yes, but once Mana Courage Control lands on her, she is dead. Even worse than Janna, because Janna has form of self-peel rather well. Oh, Master Yi using his ultimate. He's going in under the tower. He's getting locked up right now, though. He gets out alive, and triple kill for Asuna. Oh, only a triple.
Only a triple. Well, they have to be balanced about it.
Master Yi going down to the turret.
If you strike him down, he shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
He's already been struck down once, though, so like this time it's for real.
That minion did not stand a chance. And it looks like Ionia will take its second victory of the day.
Ooh, that's a dead Kali.
Kali goes down finally. Losing out on half her stacks, she had 20 stacks, so that's rather detrimental. But at this point, it doesn't really matter.
She had 300 AP before 10 minutes.
Dance, bird, dance!
Multiple flashes coming out, but Braum possibly giving his life to save her. He does.
Valiant hero, Braum.
Tryndamere is flip pushing and he's about to die to Master Yi.
Yep.
I just want to point out what a triumph of visual design Tryndamere is. His sword is so big that he drags it behind himself when he runs. and then he swings it with one hand. It's just a bit of visual comedy that's always appealed to me.
Hey, he uses two hands when he crits.
Yes, does he?
Ari
That
going
makes
all
sense.
in on Mamoplasm, but turns out rather poorly now. She has no ultimate sax or flash. She's going to be going down here.
Foxy, no! Only one half of Arizona survived.
There is now no one on Ionia with a perfect KDA.
Wow, the mighty have fallen.
So just like let's consider right now, MVP for Ionia?
I'm gonna have to give this to Sona, totally.
Well, she
Golden
is 1-5
pose.
and murdered the backline. Trinivere finally reaches revenge though, but
Look at that attack speed.
Keep killing her, make her have a worse KDA than when I did.
Master Yi is unfreaking stoppable.
Well, so was Akali. But we saw what happened there.
I imagine him taking down the ward like doing Tameshi Giri with the like bamboo poles. Like you like chop them 3 times before they fall. It's like chop, 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 chop.
Master Yi going for his own 1v5 that Akali cannot do. Will he be able to perform it?
Basher's just having a really bad day this game. Where's the Penta? Trinivere's here, Trinivere's giving the Penta.
Alright guys!
Trinivere.
You know what that means.
A pentakill for Ionia. This is so much like the Bilgewater game. The other secondary carry gets a pentakill while the primary carry does not.
Ari, I saw you try and steal that pentakill. You are a terrible person.
Hey, Ari does have to eat people's livers to survive.
Hey, Gank might completely steal all the kills for his pentakill. How come he doesn't get caught out for that?
By the way, guys, I would encourage everyone to take a moment and look at the factions match rules. Go to leaguefactions.net, how to play, factions match rules, and read that first rule to me, would you?
Don't get wrong again.
Well, good thing we're not Ionian, because we can read.
Yeah, so what is that first rule, and do you think it might have some applicability here?
What would this be under?
Under how to play,
Everybody
factions
get up.
match rules.
It's
Could you
time.
read the first factions rule, the first rule of factions?
Alright, I'm opening it up
Everybody get
right now.
Understand now. Everybody going down. Welcome to the jam.
Well, oh yeah, Master E, he is the original Dunk Master. Space Jam. If Darius or Master E score a quadrikill or above, you must play Space Jam music.
I think that may apply here. And
But which
here, I'm gonna,
Space Jam shall we play? There are so many remixes of it.
here, one sec, I need to stop and restart the stream.